officials Jess Kersey, Jake O'Donnell, and Hugh Hollins.
Need to mention that this officiating crew, two of these three officials, Jake O'Donnell and Hugh Hollins, were the officials on Game 1 when Duckworth and Buck Williams played very few minutes due to foul problems, and they mentioned it after the game that they had a concern about the foul.
And Terry Porter controls the opening tip.
The way the game was being called, that's why it was in foul trouble.
Porter off the steal. And Kersey not able to hold on to that pass.
And that's the threat of Michael Jordan being in front of you on the way to the basket.
And witness what Jordan was going to do, and then if Jordan committed, then pass the ball to Kersey. Michael on the turnaround jumper.
Put all that on the shelf and move ahead with the game, but
it will take place in Chicago next Wednesday, June 17th. Now Pippen posting up on Porter. The Bulls 14, the Trailblazers 11. Cartwright getting the position, finding Jordan. Bulls lead by 7. Just under 4 minutes to go in the first. Now Ainge guarding Pippen. Duckworth over to help. Shot clock at 5. Jordan.
if you swing it, you're going to catch teams in rotations. When you're rotating on defense, it's hard to have a good base to move your feet. Jordan putting it on the floor.
That time, Michael caught it easily. Clyde was in the lane.
Battle between Grant and Williams down low. Jordan setting up Cartwright. Yes, it's been a hot shooting first quarter for the Bulls. They lead 35-24. Chicago is hit 13 of 19 from the field. Make it 14 of 20.
But their defense is good, and they're scoring off the defense.
Jordan with a series of head fakes sets up Armstrong. Yes.
Don't foul him. You got the double team coming, just what we just witnessed, and we'll make him pass out of the double team, and Duckworth turned it over. Good move by Michael. 2 points because he touched it on the rim.
The call was made not because the ball was touched, but that the backboard was hit while the ball was in contact with the backboard. Therefore, if you punch it hard enough, it could roll or make it roll off the rim. That's where the call took place.
Kersey getting the hand on the ball in consecutive sequences. Jordan.
And he will catch the basketball once it is thrown to him. Like Scott Williams missed those 2 balls. That's why Phil Jackson took him out.
And a decision for Rick Allen. You stay with Clyde Drexler playing with the 3. Michael Jordan with 18 points. The Bulls now lead 47-32. There's Jordan hobbling back down court.
After he shoots it and fades to the baseline, here's where he steps on it and goes down, tangled up with the camera people along the baseline. A little better look. There it is on the right side of the screen. Jordan slipping and turning that left ankle.
All right, a look from up above, following the follow-through by Jordan. Came down on the ankle. Some of the sneaky secrets. Bulls over the limit. That put Drexler on the line. Bulls by 14. Jordan for 3. Well, Michael Jordan goes back to three-point land. That's his second 3.
Well, I think what the 3 allows him to do is that when whoever's playing him, Drexler comes out at him, then he can fake and go around him. So if he got his outside jumper going, it makes his drive game that much more explosive.
Now goes to the drive and the pull-up with just under 5 remaining. First half.
Going, and he's attacking. And when Michael's attacking,
you can front the low post, but you can't take your arms and wrap it around and hold the player down there. That's going to be a foul.
Now Portland over the limit. Michael Jordan, 6 of 6 from the line.
And that way, he won't be playing an active man or off.
Strong defensive sequence being shown by the Blazers. Shot clock at 4.
With just 10 seconds remaining before the half.
Phil Jackson has 5 shooters out there for these final seconds, and Jordan avoids Kersey, and he's fouled. In the half, Bulls by 11.
Before the game, I sat down with Michael Jordan, and here is part 1 of that conversation pregame with Mike.
You have a feeling this thing should be over?
Yeah, I have a feeling that we really dug ourselves a hole, you know, and that's not to knock their playing ability, but we seem to be in control of both the games that we actually lost, and we just never finished. I think we got a little relaxed, a little complacent, along with their intensity defensively, and next thing you know, they turned it around.
The book on them was that they might self-destruct. If what happened to you guys happened to them in games 2 and 4, that's what people would have said, self-destruct.
Right. I think, you know, we heard and knew of the book about them self-destructing, and I guess when we went down in the final minutes, we kind of took it for granted, and they actually played extremely well down the stretch, and we were the ones who self-destructed, you know, or either relaxed or wherever we were looking.
Do you worry that you've let them get into this position? Now it's a best 2 out of 3, whereas the cliche says anything can happen. You worry that this thing might slip away?
It's a concern. You know, I wouldn't say a worry, but it's a concern that we must face and must utilize that concern to a point where we, you know, energize from it and play a lot better and play like our backs are to the wall, because, you know, any breaks that this team can get could hurt you in the long run, which, you know, they've gotten quite a few breaks up to this point. And, you know, any life in a situation like this could energize a team.
Have you got enough left to carry this team if you have to carry them?
I hope I don't have to, but I'm the type of player that I'm going to leave everything that I have on the court, and hopefully that's enough. I feel that other players on this team have a sense of pride, and hopefully that's going to be shown in the play.
Do you think you played too many minutes this year? Your minutes went up for the first time in 4 years. You played a lot of minutes even in games where your team was comfortably ahead. Is it catching up?
I don't think it's really my minutes. It's more or less the productivity from other players. You know, I've played heavy minutes, and I think the more productivity that we get from other players, I can get more minutes. And Phil looked at every moment possible to get me more minutes, but he felt that, you know, with my presence out there, we were really reassured of a game or winning of game because of, you know, lack of productivity from other players.
So you're saying it's not just total minutes, it's how tough those minutes are and how extreme the demands are upon you as an individual.
Right, that's true.
Do you take this thing with Clyde Drexler seriously? Does that give you a little spur? Here's the next challenger, and you got to meet him at high noon on Main Street?
That's exactly the way I take it, as a challenge. I'm a competitor, and I need something to drive me, in a sense. And every game this season, I felt that someone was trying to take something away from me personally. So that was my motivation to step on the basketball court and compete. Right now, with all the media hype of Clyde Drexler and myself, that's the competition that I need to keep raising my game or elevating my game to the point where I don't think that I'm tired. I don't want to be tired. I want to play.
You told me earlier that the Knicks series had a lot of trash talk in it. How much in this series? What's the atmosphere on the court in this series?
It's an arrogance between both teams. Not much said, but you can feel the arrogance from both teams. Even with Clyde and the competition that he and I have, it's some compliments passed between the both of us, but it's a type of arrogance that, God, that was a great move, but I don't want to tell you that, but I got to tell you because it was a great move. That's the type of arrogance that's passed between the two teams.
How do you tell them? With a look, or do you say something?
No, I pat him on his leg or his butt, or, you know, I would say something, or he will say something to me. You know, first game, when I was shooting all those jump shots, he asked me, well, are you going to miss any? I said, I missed quite a few already. I don't want to miss any more. That's the type of conversation that he and I have, but it's a lot of respect between the both of us.
What kind of perspective do you have now on this year with its controversies, the White House and Horace Grant, and then the book and the golf controversy and the occasional criticism mixed in along with the praise? You have a new perspective on it?
Well, I mean, if we win and when we win, it would be a pretty personal gratification year for me. It caps off that type of a year with all the adversities that I had to deal with individually and the support of my team, which, you know, really was not affected by it at all. We really contributed and played well even through all the adversities. It would be something to reminisce and yet be happy that it ended the way that we wanted to end. And from a personal gratification, it would certainly give me an uplifting confidence going into the next season.
Would it be more a relief than an exhilaration?
Certainly. That finally this tough year that I encountered is finally over, and it's over because we won a championship, and that it was one of those years that I matured and probably improved as a player. But in life, in general, I matured quite a bit, and I'm glad I went through the lesson. I'm glad it's over with. Now let's move on in my life.
Do you worry about next season? Long grind this year, then the Olympics, which is a once-in-a-lifetime thing for you. Actually, twice in a lifetime, but once as an NBA player, and then such a short break, and then right back at it again, and always as a marked man.
My concerns is for next season, but I think what's going to overcome that concern is it's an opportunity to get to know so many great athletes that I compete against all year long in a social atmosphere. That's what I treat the Olympics as. It's still going to be a vacation. I know it's very competitive and it's us against the world or whatever, but I think the talent that's on that team can relax and have a good time and still win. But mentally, I will be a little tired. Hopefully, once I sit down with Jerry Reinsdorf and the organization, that I won't be asked to come back so rapidly and so fast for next season, that I will be given some time to take my mind away from basketball and relax.
Do you ever stand outside yourself and say, whoa, how did I do that? Or, yeah, if I was up in the stands, I'd jump up on that one.
I do, but I don't do it in that atmosphere. I do it in the sense that I look at myself from a personal standpoint. Are you doing the right things? Or is everybody going to be happy with what you do? Or do you do it just because you know that's the right thing to do? Or what will your kids think in the future? Basketball-wise, I still surprise myself. Yeah, I make moves that people have to be excited about because I'm excited once I see it over again. But from a personal standpoint, I look at myself very critically.
Come on the bench, you go down 22. Then what do you say to yourself? You give it a shot. You're in it to win the championship. You hope he plays smart, and you put him on someone that you hope he will not have the same problems guarding. He's on Paxson as much as possible.
Well, he had a switch off to Jordan, who opens up by hitting the jumper. And the Blazers, 56.
Marwood. Great passing lanes. With a lot of players, that works. With Michael Jordan, it doesn't because he moves so well without the ball. He'll back cut you.
As we come up on 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jordan eluding Drexler.
At the offensive end of the floor for Chicago, Jordan on a flash post. Clyde knows he's beaten, so he gambles and goes for the steal because he's late recovering, and then that's just a clear path to the basket for Michael.
Once again tonight, the Bulls jumped in front early. They led 10-2. They built the big lead in the first half. Here's Jordan, hammered by Duckworth.
When the switch takes place, either Clyde lines up back on.
And the first half did not get into the offense. Porter, that's two-point land. He can't buy one. He's 0 for 6 from the field. Here's Pippen. I'll pick up number 5.
You know, it's so nice. You have the luxury of saying, okay, hold on, Scottie Pippen, you go over and play Drexler, and we'll take Michael and put him on Ainge or something like that.
Here's Jordan. Nice backdoor setup from Scott Williams.
Pressure, flash post, backdoor. Jordan with the elevation on the jumper gets a great look at the rim.
Clyde can still be aggressive and save himself and not really be trying to guard Michael. He can be guarding an area when you're trapping and zone trapping at half court.
Livingston is back, replacing Grant, who a moment ago picked up his 4th. Here's Jordan. In 14 minutes, he's been averaging 8 rebounds a game in the series. Oh, the rejection by Jordan.
Beautiful team defense. Michael saw that he was open on the pick and roll. They ran a pick and roll with, and he saw that he was open. He slid over and just rejected that ball out of bounds.
Chicago with a 97-81 lead, 9:45 remaining in this fourth quarter. In recognition of that memorable moment, the Genuine Draft donates $1,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship Fund. And the foul is called. Good fake by Jordan to pick up number 5 on Drexler.
Yeah,
a few moments back, we saw Michael Jordan coming to block this shot, and notice he comes inside, left hand out. That avoids the body contact. If he would have come with the right hand, he probably would have collided chest on back. At the other end now, ball fake, get Clyde in the air, and then put number 5 on him. Personal foul, number 5 on Clyde Drexler.
12 for 14 from the line. 81. Jordan. 43 for Michael Jordan. 12-3 run by Portland.
You got the bad matchup out here. Robinson trying to guard Paxson, but Paxson's not going to try and go by him.
Jordan. And he is clobbered. Michael Jordan has missed.
Turnover advantage here.
And it's also when the turnovers come, and it seems that the Blazers have been picking them up in the most inopportune moments. Jordan
Picked up that third foul. He was so worried about the best official in the NBA. Now, if it be a 7-game,
a 45-point game for Michael Jordan. And Pippen just did get it off. Final seconds. And the Bulls come away with a 119-106 victory to go up 3 games to 2 in this best-of-7 NBA final. Michael Jordan, 14 for 23 from the field, 16 of 19 from the line for 46 points.
Alley-oop to Bryant. Oh, what a play from Bryant. Kobe Bryant with the defense. It's not fair. I mean, that's a big-time, tough shot. Bryant from way downtown. Bang! Kobe Bryant again. We are watching a show. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions. The turnover, Kobe Bryant. Timeout, Celtics. Largest lead of the night. Garnett inside to Allen. Oh, blocked by Bryant. Allen ready to throw it down. And Kobe Bryant turns him away. Garnett likes that straightaway, not even close, as Artest grabs the rebound. Ahead to Fisher. Fisher alley-up to Bryant. Bryant, nice pass to Bynum.
Well, this is problematic in transition. The smaller Rondo on Bryant. We saw the touch pass over the top to Bryant, who then touches it to Bynum.
Stolen by Bryant. Bad pass. Puts up the 3. Bang! Bryant steals it again and throws it up. Kobe Bryant with the defense. Bryant, the drive, hesitation, up and under, counted, and a foul. Ray Allen, the personal, and a chance for a 3-point play for Kobe Bryant. Hung in the air and banked it in. Tony Allen on Bryant. Bryant to the basket, banks it in, and a foul. Good aggressive move from Kobe Bryant. He's got 9 points, and it's a double-figure lead for LA. Here's 0 for 6, alley-oop. Perfect pass from Bryant. Gasol the finish. And perfect timing, too. Could have gave it to Gasol early. Instead, waited until he got into his spot. Lakers by 8, 2 minutes remaining in the half. Bryant can't get it to fall. Bynum trying to keep it alive. Bryant takes it away from Garnett. Finds Bynum inside. Counted and a foul. Great hustle play from Kobe Bryant. And a chance for a 3-point play for the Lakers. Gets Perkins blocked. Gets it back, puts it up again, and Bynum the rebound. Once again, the Lakers' size stopping the Celtics.
Great screen set, but Kobe Bryant doesn't give up on the play. Blocks the first shot. Bynum impacts the second shot.
Bryant, the three. Puts it in. Kobe Bryant from downtown. Those are the shots that hurt you. Play outstanding defense, and then a great player makes a tough shot. Shot clock down to 5. Bryant drills the three-pointer. 4th three of the game for Kobe Bryant. The Lakers back up. That's not fair. I mean, that's a big-time, tough shot.
One dribble, step back, corner three. That should be labeled unfair.
3.5 gone by here in the third. Bryant, one dribble. Again from three-point range. Kobe Bryant, 10 points in less than 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Alley-oop to Bryant. Oh, what a play from Bryant. Off balance with one hand, gets it to go. Bryant being denied, overplayed. Fisher, bad pass. But you talk about great receivers. Bryant, the ability to catch with one hand and direct it into the cup. Artest continues to dribble. Bryant from way downtown. Bang! Kobe Bryant again! 17 points in the period, and we're just midway through the quarter. We are watching a show. Bad help by Pierce. And Dwayne Wade is saying that's a bad man, mama. Allen gets up on Kobe Bryant. Bryant got a quick rest at the end of the third. Drives on Allen. Off balance, gets it to go. What a tough shot from Bryant. I like the adjustment, though, Mike. That's the way you have to attack Tony Allen. He's playing up into your chest. You've got to make an aggressive move.
It's body to body. There's no space to be created. You've got to go by that, and that's a tough shot. As Bryant takes another three.
11 points in 7 minutes. He's 5 of 6 from the field. Bryant the other way, drives on Pierce, goes to the basket, banks it in. Tough drive. And this right now is the largest lead of the finals by either team.
Bryant's nearly unstoppable in semi-transition. Here crossed over, but that little extra hang and the ability to make tough shots.
Bryant on a drive, gets the contact, count it, and a foul. Just a great read. Rather than trying to rise above KG, takes it to his body. So you eliminate his jumping ability. Goes straight to his chest, grown man move, and the finish. And hearing the chants of MVP from the crowd. It's all inside to Kobe Bryant. Good pass from the big man. And Bryant with his first field goal.
Well, this is good basketball. He caught the ball, 2 dribbles, showed the shot, on balance, in the paint. Excellent fundamental work by Bryant.
Ray Allen, way off the mark. Another rebound for Kobe Bryant. And coach, that's great D by Lamar, rotating to the body of Garnett, forcing him to get rid of the basketball. Bryant on the pull-up, puts it in. 4-point Laker lead, their largest of the game. Timeout, Boston. Coming up on a minute remaining. Bryant looking. Artest, that's a three. Bang! Lakers by 6 with a minute to play. And how about the trust? Bryant makes the play. Instead of trying to go for the home run, takes the double team and gets the ball to Artest, and he does the rest. Rondo looking. Gets it to Pierce. Pierce turns, back out. Rondo fakes, dribbles, puts up the three. Won't go. Rebound to Sol. Kicks it out to Odom. Odom throws it ahead. The Lakers repeat back-to-back titles. The LA Lakers, the 2010 NBA champions.
Kickoff, seconds away. There's plenty of emotion riding through this crowd here at Mall of America Field, the Metrodome. So out of the shotgun on 3rd and 1, and Patrick Creighton is left alone. Romo goes down, ball comes out. Minnesota takes over at the 35. Edwards knocked it away. Kevin Williams ends up with a football. Extra men on the rush, and Favre goes down. And who is it? DeMarcus Ware. Ball comes out. Miles Austin can't get on top of it. And the Dallas Cowboys maintain possession. Sean Sweezum. And Sweezum missed it. Blitz from Dallas. Favre throws quick. Hits Sidney Rice, who leans and appears to have enough for a first down.
Well, they can play a lot of ways. I mean, they're able to get so much pressure with their front four, they don't have to bring extra people.
Favre lets it go. Downfield. Pass caught. Touchdown, Rice. $17 yards.
The Cowboys are in cover too. Gerald Sensabaugh, he gets caught trying to disguise coverage. He's up closer to the line of scrimmage even than corner Terrence Newman. I'm not sure what he was doing, because he doesn't get it jammed on Rice whatsoever, and then it's just one-on-one, a foot race, and a perfect throw by Brett Favre. Good catch there by Sidney Rice. Favre takes some punishment at the end of the play. They want to limit the hits on Brett Favre early in this game, but I don't think you mind him too much when you score a touchdown like that.
Romo over the middle, hits Witten, and Jason Witten fights for a first down for the Cowboys. Good protection for Romo, and he throws for Bennett. And second and goal for Romo, who's in trouble. There's Edwards again, and he had Kevin Williams with him. A loss of 7. 33-yard try, and Sweezum drills it. Favre, fresh off the touchdown pass, dumps it off underneath the Klein saucer. And penalty flag comes flying. Pass is caught by Peterson. Big gain. Peterson to the 41.
Outstanding in third downs, pass protection, and as a receiver.
Favre throws as he backpedals, and he hits his receiver for a first down. Taylor.
Goal line.
On second down, handoff to Peterson, some room for him. On first down, Favre fakes the handoff, ducks under pressure, hits Rice, who's got his second.
Well, Sidney Rice comes in motion, and he's going to act as if he's blocking. You're going to see him down here, and then he goes to the ground. They turn him then loose. Favre, after avoiding pressure, is able to find Sidney Rice, but the sell job by Rice is what allowed him to be so open there in the middle of the field.
He's starting to look like the other Rice. They fake the handoff, and Jared Allen gets to Romo. Ball comes out. Jared Allen made the play, and the Vikings have the football. Lieber gets the recovery.
Well, they tried to give Doug Free, who's in for Flozell Adams, help here with Jason Witten. Witten winds up being the guy who's got to try to handle Jared Allen all by himself. It is hard to hear on the outside. Witten gets out of his stance late with the speed of Jared Allen. He comes in on Romo, and Romo didn't know he was there.
It's a 14-point game. On 3rd and 10. Handoff underneath and a first down carry by Chester Taylor. Staubach and Pearson in 75. Romo buying time, going backward and just sliding at the 30. Down by 14 points, and a handoff is to Felix Jones running left. He had big Leonard Davis in front of him, and he's all the way to the 40. They toss to Barber. To the right, and Ray Edwards, what a game. Extra men on the rush. Romo stays upright for a moment, and now Greenway brings him down. Now a 49-yard try by Sweezum. And Sweezum missed it. Here's an end around. Harvin gets away from one tackle. That was Spencer. And now in the open field, takes it inside the 40. Four-man rush. Favre goes down. Romo steps up, pulls it back, and throws an interception to Lieber. And drilled by Ryan Longwell. What a day he's had. 2nd and 2. Romo throws. Witten gets behind the linebacker Greenway and has a completion of 23. Romo gets away from Kevin Williams and cannot get away from Kennedy. They brought him back in 85, and he's still a consultant for this well-run franchise as Favre rolls to his right, on the move throws. That's Brett Favre doing what he has done his entire career. And Brett Favre has great confidence in Brett Favre. Yeah. How long has he been rolling to his right, throwing back across his body over the middle of the field, which is a no-no, and doing it with great success as Adrian Peterson carries it to the 45. And an avid outdoorsman. On 3rd down, Favre backpedaling as he lost it for Rice. How good is that combo? That's their 3rd of the day. Touchdown, Vikings. Upstairs, 4th and 4. Romo hits Witten, and another play made by this Vikings defense. It's Greenway. Vikings take over on downs.
And at least look at themselves and know they got better.
4th down and 7. Vikings will go for it, try and run it out, and in the end zone off the right hand of Sidney Rice, who was looking for a 4-touchdown day.
That they blended these young players with.
How about the most Pro Bowlers on 4th down off the hands of Austin?
Again.
Here's a throw. That's Berrien making the catch and spinning his way inside the 20. Jets at San Diego coming up later. On 4th down, play action. Favre, end zone, Schenko. How about another? Touchdown, Vikings.
You don't think the Vikings were trying to make a statement with that one, do you?
Well, I was going to say, they just rubbed the Cowboys' nose in it. Next Sunday at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific, the Minnesota Vikings take on the New Orleans Saints with a shot at the Super Bowl. Well, I'm sure Brett Favre would tell you it's been more than worth it, coming back out of retirement again and taking the Minnesota Vikings into the NFC Championship game for a date with the New Orleans Saints.